In the vast silence beneath the star-strewn heavens, where fate twists like a hidden blade, the path of immortality grows ever more treacherous. The winds of karma stir once again, carrying with them echoes of bloodshed, betrayal, and awakening power. In our last journey, Wang Lin stood at the edge of transformation, his resolve sharpened, his enemies gathering in the shadows, and the fragile balance between life and death hanging by a single thread. Each step forward demanded a price, and the heavens themselves seemed to watch with cold indifference. Now, as we enter Renegade Immortal Chapter 822, Chapter 823, the storm deepens. Old grudges begin to resurface, hidden forces reveal their intentions, and the line between hunter and prey blurs beneath the weight of destiny. What choices will shape the road ahead? And in this ruthless world where only the strong endure, who will rise and who will fall into oblivion? Let the tale unfold. Before the silence of the stars could settle, a soul trembled in a man's grasp. In the void between worlds, Wang Lin stood unmoving, his figure cold and still like an ancient monument carved from ice. In his hand, the origin soul of a middle-aged cultivator quivered violently, flickering like a candle about to be extinguished. Not far away, two streaks of terrified light split apart, fleeing in opposite directions. Desperation laid bare. Wang Lin did not chase. He did not need to. From behind him, a shadow peeled away from the darkness. Ta Shan emerged without a sound, his corporeal yang celestial guard body radiating a silent, crushing force. Without hesitation, he surged forward, pursuing the two escaping figures. To kill frightened illusory yin cultivators? For Ta Shan, it was no more difficult than crushing insects. Meanwhile, the origin soul in Wang Lin's grasp trembled wildly, its voice filled with panic and despair. Senior, mercy, please, my cultivation, it was not easily gained. Please spare me. The pleading echoed weakly, desperate and broken, but Wang Lin's expression did not change, cold, indifferent. His left hand pressed down. In an instant, origin energy surged forward like a tidal wave, pouring into the fragile soul. Without hesitation, he began to forcibly search through its memories. The middle-aged man's soul shuddered violently. Then it began to wither. Pain twisted its features, and the soul flickered erratically, as though it might collapse at any moment. Inside, it felt as though a massive, invisible hand had plunged deep within, tearing through everything, searching, ripping, uncovering. The agony was unbearable, so unbearable, it pushed him to the brink of madness. Regret flooded his being, boundless, suffocating regret. It spread like poison through his soul, eroding it bit by bit until even its existence began to dissipate. Sometimes a single wrong step was enough to turn thousands of years of cultivation into nothing but dust. As Wang Lin extracted the memories, his gaze grew colder and colder. By the end, his entire presence sharpened, like a blade half drawn from its sheath. A monstrous killing intent stirred within him. So, this is the truth. His voice was low, almost a whisper, but filled with chilling certainty. At that moment, faint popping sounds echoed through the void. Ta Shan returned. In each of his hands, he held an origin soul, along with their storage bags. His movements were steady, his expression unchanged, as though he had merely completed a trivial task. Wang Lin wasted no time. One by one, he searched the remaining souls. As the memories merged within his mind, the truth became clear. Every fragment aligned, every hidden detail revealed. He now fully understood what had transpired while he had been trapped. And for those who dared offend him, there would be no mercy. Without hesitation, Wang Lin cast the three origin souls into his soul flag. Within its depths, they would become nourishment, fuel for the terrifying technique known as Call the Wind. As for their storage bags, he opened them calmly. Inside were various magical treasures, artifacts cultivated through years of effort. Wang Lin showed no interest in preserving them. One by one, he crushed them. Fragments scattered, reduced to nothing. Then he spat out essence origin energy, melting the remains into liquid before guiding them into Ta Shan's body. The strength of a celestial guard was meant to come from rare heavenly treasures described within celestial jade, but such treasures had long vanished from existence. So Wang Lin adapted. He would refine what remained in this world, extracting every usable material, forging Ta Shan's body stronger and stronger with each step. Among the contents, two jade slips caught his attention. He held them, his gaze deepening. From the memories he had seen, these jades served as communication tools for the Yao family. And what they revealed was alarming. The Yao family had mobilized extensively across the entire all-heaven star system. Nearly every second step cultivator possessed such a jade, and within it was his portrait, Wang Lin, or rather, Shu Mu. His expression darkened, his gaze drifted into the distance, filled with thought. Yao, the head of the four great families. Why are they hunting me? Silently, he began to piece together the reasons. His conflicts with the Yao family were many. The blood ancestor, the death of their young master, the events surrounding the collection pavilion. One by one, he analyzed them. It shouldn't be because of the blood ancestor. He knows my true name. If that were the reason, the heaven order would bear Wang Lin, not Shu Mu. He paused. Unless my real name was never used. Shu Mu is the identity known to the world. Perhaps they chose familiarity over truth. His eyes narrowed. And the young master, the one who tried to kill Li Yun, died by my hand. With the Yao family's power, they must possess methods to detect such deaths. That possibility lingered heavily. As for the collection pavilion, the collapse of the Thunder Celestial realm makes that unlikely. The more he thought, the stronger his killing intent became. Heaven order. The word stirred something deep within him. It resembles the 10,000 devil 100-day kill order. His eyes flashed. Without hesitation, Wang Lin stepped forward, transforming into a streak of light, a meteor tearing across the endless stars. The Yao family, too vast. There is no refuge within the all-heaven star system, and among them, there are surely those even stronger than the blood ancestor. A shadow crossed his mind. As he moved, ripples formed beneath his feet. Half of his body merged subtly with the world itself, though he refrained from fully using spatial bending. He maintained this delicate state. He was calculating, estimating how quickly the Yao family would react upon discovering his position. Time passed. Then Wang Lin suddenly stopped. His eyes gleamed. Ahead, 7 streaks of sword energy surged toward him like descending stars. From the left and right, 7 more streams of light approached. Behind him, another 7. In an instant, all directions were sealed. Wang Lin's gaze turned icy. So fast! From receiving the information to now, only the time of 2 incense sticks has passed. It seems the Yao family's forces are scattered across the entire system. He remained still, his divine sense sweeping outward. Then his eyes narrowed. No, that's not entirely correct. If all of them were Yao family members, their numbers would be impossible. Understanding dawned. They must have stationed their people across the system, then used nearby cultivation planets to assist in the search. His deduction settled firmly, and with it his killing intent erupted. It has been a long time since I last slaughtered. I cannot kill the old monsters, but the young ones. They will die as they come. The void trembled with his intent. Around him, 28 cultivators closed in, each radiating hostility, each prepared to take his life. Wang Lin's divine sense swept across them, clear, precise. The weakest group was to his left, 7 cultivators, 4 at the illusory yin stage, 3 at peak ascendant, all charging forward without hesitation. Wang Lin took a single step, the ripples spread, and he vanished. Shock erupted among his pursuers. Then, a ripple appeared beside the 7 on the left. Wang Lin stepped out. His fingers rose like a blade, and he struck. Heavenly chop descended, invisible, yet unstoppable. The 3 peak ascendant cultivators didn't even have time to scream properly before their bodies collapsed, torn apart in an instant. Blood mist exploded into the void. The remaining 4 froze in terror. They tried to scatter, too slow, far too slow. In Wang Lin's eyes, they were already dead. He moved, targeting one of the illusory yin cultivators, a middle-aged man whose face twisted with ferocity despite the fear. The man formed a seal, gathering origin energy for a desperate counterattack. Wang Lin sneered. A flicker. A step. He appeared directly before him. With a single motion, Wang Lin pointed. The man froze mid-action. Then, Wang Lin stepped forward, his foot pressing down on the man's forehead, as though using him as a mere stepping stone. A thunderous bang echoed. The man's body exploded. His origin soul fled in panic, but a black mist surged from the soul flag, engulfing it instantly. In the blink of an eye, 4 lives had been erased. The scent of blood spread through the stars. At that moment, the remaining cultivators arrived in full force. Shouts, roars, spells, and treasures erupted in all directions, converging toward Wang Lin like a storm of destruction. Among them, 3 figures stood out. Old men, Their cultivation rivaled his own. One had even reached the peak of the corporeal yang stage. A terrifying pressure filled the battlefield. If such a barrage struck him directly, even Wang Lin would not escape unscathed, but his expression remained calm, cold, unshaken. His killing intent only grew stronger. He stepped forward and vanished once more. The attacks lost their target, striking only empty space. Then Wang Lin appeared behind one of the corporeal yang cultivators. Without hesitation, heavenly chop. The man's body trembled violently. He reacted instantly, summoning origin energy to resist, forming a seal despite the tearing pain. But it was too late. Wang Lin's finger pressed against his back, a single touch, a final judgment. The body collapsed. The origin soul barely escaped and was instantly devoured by the soul flag. Wang Lin stepped back, disappeared again. Everything happened too quickly. By the time the others reacted, he was already gone. Wang Lin had glimpsed the threshold of the third step. He had mastered spatial bending. In battles like this, he was untouchable, invincible. This was the same power once wielded by Celestial Lord Xianxia, the technique that allowed one man to face hundreds without suffering a single wound. And now Wang Lin had made it his own. Before the echoes of death had even faded, terror had already taken root in every heart present. The method of slaughter, it was too strange, too ruthless. Even seasoned cultivators who had walked through rivers of blood felt a chill crawl up their spines. At the center of it all, the corporeal yang old man stood rigid, his face dark as storm clouds. His eyes locked onto Wang Lin, and within them flickered a trace of unease he could not suppress. He could sense it clearly. Their cultivation nearly equal. Yet somehow, the man before him stood just a step higher. But what truly unsettled him was not the cultivation. It was that incomprehensible technique. That is no teleportation, the old man muttered inwardly, his gaze sinking further. Nor any greater teleportation I've ever known. Without hesitation, his hand swept across his storage bag. A silver bell appeared in his palm. He shook it. A clear chime rang out. Yet beneath its purity, a powerful distortion spread outward like ripples in still water. The surrounding origin energy trembled. It was disrupted. At that very moment, there are still 22 left. Wang Lin's voice drifted through the void, calm, almost indifferent. His figure flickered. In the blink of an eye, he appeared behind a late-stage ascendant cultivator at peak level. The man's pupils shrank violently. Before fear could even form, Wang Lin raised his hand. Heavenly chop. No light, no blade. Yet space itself seemed to split. The cultivator's body was cleaved cleanly in half. Blood didn't even have time to spill before his body collapsed into lifeless ruin. His origin soul tried to escape, but it was weak, too weak to matter. Still, it did not escape. The soul flag devoured it in silence. Wang Lin's gaze shifted, landing coldly upon the old man ringing the bell. That treasure was unusual. It interfered with origin energy. Though it could not hinder Wang Lin directly, if left unchecked, it would slow him. A faint snort escaped his lips. Behind him, a shadow flickered. Tashan stepped forth. Without a word, without hesitation, Tashan ignored every cultivator present and charged straight toward the old man. His right hand clenched into a fist. Then he punched. The air screamed. The strike broke through the sound barrier, roaring toward the old man like a falling star. The battle erupted instantly. Explosions thundered across the sky. The old man retreated again and again, unleashing spell after spell, his expression turning increasingly grim, because nothing worked. Every technique, every treasure that landed on Tashan had no effect. It was as if he felt no pain, as if his body was forged from unbreakable steel. And still, he advanced, relent, unstoppable. At the same time, Wang Lin took a step forward. This time, he did not merge with the world. Instead, he opened his mouth. A golden light burst forth. The celestial sealing stamp. It expanded rapidly, 10 feet, 50, 100. Then it descended, like judgment. A thunderous roar shook the heavens as the massive seal came crashing down. 2 cultivators beneath it turned pale with terror. They tried to escape, but seal. Wang Lin spoke softly. In that instant, countless golden seals erupted from the stamp, locking down every path of retreat. There was no escape. The stamp fell. A deafening explosion echoed. Their bodies shattered. Their origin souls broke apart, yet did not dissipate. Golden light flashed. They were absorbed. Within the vast sea of runes on the celestial sealing stamp, 2 symbols suddenly shone brighter than the rest. Alive. Different. Wang Lin's eyes flickered with surprise, but only for a moment. This was no time to ponder. He sneered. His figure vanished. All incoming attacks struck nothing but empty air. That cold smile, it pierced the hearts of all who saw it. At this moment, aside from the old man locked in battle with Tashan, only 7 peak ascendant cultivators remained. And now, fear had fully taken hold. The name Shumu echoed in their minds like a death sentence. Without hesitation, they turned and fled, teleporting, scattering. Regret filled them. Why had they listened to the Yao family? Why had they dared intercept Shumu? You cannot escape. Wang Lin's voice spread across the void like a decree. At once, the surrounding origin energy twisted violently. The 7 cultivators were forcibly expelled from their teleportation. Before they could react, a streak of light cut through them. Wang Lin, he passed through all 7 in a single breath. Then, blood erupted. 7 bodies collapsed. 7 lives extinguished. Far away, Wang Lin came to a halt. He licked his lips slowly. His eyes had turned red, like a demon drunk on slaughter. There are still 13 left. His voice was soft, but to those who heard it, it was death itself. The remaining cultivators stood frozen, faces pale. To them, Wang Lin was no longer human. He was a wolf, a predator. One illusory yin cultivator clenched his teeth. Desperation surged. His hands formed seals rapidly as origin energy surged within him. A white light gathered before him, then transformed into a massive sword. He spat out essence origin energy. The sword roared to life, its aura sharp enough to pierce the void itself. Around him, others roared in unison. The last corporeal yang cultivator acted as well. He slapped his storage bag. Countless black needles surged forth, filling the sky. He pointed at Wang Lin. They shot forward like a deadly rain. All remaining cultivators followed. They charged, fierce, desperate, unyielding. But Wang Lin took a step back and vanished. At that exact moment, the corporeal yang cultivator roared, "Teleport! Disrupt the natural force." Instantly, all cultivators began teleporting in place. Their figures flickered, reality twisted. A ripple spread outward over 1,000 feet, warping the very fabric of space. "Clever," Wang Lin's voice echoed. "But not enough." He stepped forward. The distortion meant nothing to him. He appeared beside a cultivator who had already abandoned his body, fleeing as an origin soul. Wang Lin pointed. The body exploded into blood mist. The origin soul fled, over 1,000 feet away, without looking back. "Fellow Taoist Shu Mu," it cried desperately. "From this moment on, no family on Lingming planet will involve themselves in your conflict with the Yao family. Spare me." Wang Lin's eyes glinted, but he did not pursue. At that moment, the corporeal yang cultivator roared again. The black needles shone with dark light as they descended like a storm. Wang Lin sneered. He raised his hand. The withered Dao pair appeared. A sinister aura spread. Gray light washed over the needles. In an instant, they turned to stone. At the same time, gray light blossomed beneath 3 cultivators, including the corporeal yang one. Wang Lin stepped forward. 3 fingers pressed forward. 3 foreheads struck. 3 bodies exploded. Still 9 left. His voice was colder than winter. Terror consumed the battlefield. Once more, he disappeared. This time, even resolve shattered. The remaining 8 cultivators abandoned all thought of fighting. No reward was worth this. No promise from the Yao family could compare to survival. Shumu was not someone they could oppose. That strange technique alone made him invincible. Unless one's cultivation far surpassed his, there was no hope. They fled. 8 directions. 8 desperate escapes. But Wang Lin's killing intent only grew stronger. Like a raging flood, he stepped forward. The surrounding origin energy shattered under his will. Teleportation severed. With a thought, the celestial sealing stamp chased one. The withered Dao pair pursued another. Then he slapped his storage bag. The celestial sword appeared. Shu Liguo emerged. Without waiting for orders, he let out a strange cry and charged after a third. Inside, however, he trembled. "Damn it! Going all out. I have to go all out." 3 treasures. 3 targets. Wang Lin stepped forward and vanished in an instant. He appeared beside another fleeing cultivator. The man's face twisted in terror. He tried to speak. Too late. Wang Lin's finger pressed between his brows. Death. Wang Lin vanished again. Moments later, the celestial sealing stamp and withered Dao pair returned. Only Shu Liguo remained, cursing, fighting desperately. The illusory yin cultivator he chased looked grim. He had no desire to tangle with a sword spirit. Seeing his companions fall one by one, his fear reached its limit. Shu Liguo's constant curses grated on his nerves. With a burst of power, he unleashed a collapse that sent Shu Liguo flying. He turned, fleeing over 1,000 feet. He attempted to teleport, but the moment he did, his pupils shrank. Wang Lin stood before him, a finger already pressing down. Silence. His body collapsed, his origin soul captured. Wang Lin glanced coldly at Shu Liguo. I have no need for the weak. Shu Liguo shivered. He hurriedly patted his chest, forcing a grin. Master, rest assured, Before he could finish, Wang Lin had already moved toward Tashan's battle. You are the last one. His voice carried through the wind, heavy with killing intent. The old man fighting Tashan revealed a bitter smile. And then, a sudden shift. A beam of sword light tore across the sky as if it would split the heavens themselves. The old man's eyes lit up. Relief flooded his heart. The Yao family has finally arrived. I have completed my mission. From within the sword light, a figure emerged, a young man, the very same who had appeared when the jade was crushed. His eyes burned with killing intent, and beneath it, excitement. Shu Mu! His voice rang out like thunder. I never expected to meet you here. Yao Changdong will claim great merit today.